We were talking about getting your snot box rocked.
What's your snot box? What is that? What does that mean, Puerto Rican?
That's that's your man. He got a snot box rocked. What's his name?
Are you talking about Hassan?
Hassan.
Let me before you even
Please,
say,
Bill.
let me say this, man, for real. So I think personally that Hassan is intelligent, but I really do believe.
Article?
What?
You ever heard him read?
Read an article. No.
Oh.
But hold on, let me
cross street.
But let me finish, man. Let me finish. I think that Hassan Campbell is an intelligent person. You know what I'm saying? When I first seen him was on Black News 102 with Sinetta TV. And
Cool with Sinetta, apparently.
he was cool, you know, at one point in time. And the last time I seen him, he said he was going to knock Sinetta ass out. And he was like he was going to shoot him too on camera. Yo, I don't know. Like if you follow the whole conscious community thing with Young Pharaoh. I don't know if you know about Young Pharaoh. Okay, so this guy is talking about he cut off his ankle monitor.
Wait,
he was supposed to be in court. This guy named Young Pharaoh.
I know Young Pharaoh is through you.
Okay, so the same guy, he cut off his ankle monitor. He was supposed to go to court.
Doesn't he have like 10 wives or something?
No. This one has 2 or 3 baby mamas. And so he cut off his ankle monitor and he's supposed to go to court this past week. Polight was in court February the 15th.
Polight is a child molester?
Polight is allegedly a child molester. All of the so-called conscious are street scholars.
Polight really trying to be like Dr.York out there.
He is. Go ahead, man, because they hear from me all the time.
So,
but my point of making is that it's crazy how all of the street scholars are going through something.
So you have to confirm or deny or whatever. From what I understand, Polight. Y'all know about Polight? Polight took some video that he did, like, I don't even know when he did the video, like a couple of years ago, maybe a year or 2 ago.
He just chopped it up.
He chopped it up to make it seem like he was saying he was hating on Polight. This video is like an hour long and he made it to like 3 minutes. And he just took parts. Anyway, I told him like, yo, that's a good look. Polight's checking your videos. Like, he's a hating dude, but at least he's checking your videos, right? So from what I understand, Polight, fake Crip that he is, I saw him on Vlad. I know you don't like Vlad. I watch Vlad.
I fuck with him now.
Vlad, yo, listen.
Because of Boosie.
Vlad made Boosie famous, Michael J. White famous. He made a lot of black people famous that wouldn't be famous otherwise. So I know he's a culture vulture, and that's cool. But some culture vultures are okay. Neither here or there, right? Polight was on Vlad, and he was saying something that he was from East Flatbush. Yo, you know who? The oldest? His mom is from East 95th. I take that back. I lived on it. See, too much drinking. I lived on East 95th between Remsen and Rutland. His mom lived on East 35th between Cortelyou and I can't remember. Anyway, I know a little bit about East Flatbush. I never seen Polight. When I used to go to the Chinese restaurant to get the They had these good ass buns, and they would put the roast pork that it was probably cat, but you know, it still tastes good, right? It was like roast pork that they use for the spare rib tips. They would put it in these buns, and you like cut them open and put duck sauce. Fantastic. I never saw Polight. That was on Atlantic Ave. They ain't no more East Flatbush than Atlantic Ave. Never seen them in my whole life.
And we're
Brooklyn.
all of us are like around the same age. So if Polight was out in the streets like that, you would have definitely bumped into him in a bodega, the Chinese food restaurant, a pizza shop.
At least met someone who knew him, right?
I knew of him.
Yeah, like or his name or something. I don't know nobody that know that dude. And I know you're looking at me and you're like, look at that light-skinned dude. He talking about corporate America with his guns and stuff. You don't know me, son.
Hold on.
You don't know where I'm from. You don't know nothing about me.
Oh Lord, y'all can suck my dick respectfully.
Respectfully, mother.
How can you ask somebody to suck your dick respectfully? I don't know.
I never seen Polight, and I've been up and down Atlantic Ave. I've been up and down Remsen. I never seen him. I never met nobody that knew him. Neither here nor there. From what you tell me, this is your lane. You know the conscious community better than anybody that I know. What I read is Polight had one of his concubines, right? Somehow he convinced her to let him take her, I believe the girl was 15, to a hotel because her and the mom had a fight and he was gonna take her to the hotel. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Party, I think.
They had a fight. What I know is the mom and the daughter had a fight. And he was like, let me take her to this hotel and we're gonna talk and I'm gonna make it better. And he drugged her. He did the Bill Cosby. He said, yo, I'm gonna drink this pudding and fall asleep. And then he did stuff. And the girl woke up and was like, how come my jaws hurt, Polight? That's what she said. And then she told her mom, and the mom was like, I think Polight made your jaws hurt. And then the girl, like anybody, keep it 100. Huh? This is probably drink number 6. At some point, I'm gonna fall on the floor and he gonna video that shit, right? Wait, hold on. The girl started remembering shit that happened to her. How many of us have done shit when we were high or drunk that you remembered a week or 2 later? Keep it 100. You know how many fat broads I was like, oh my God, I think I fucked that fat broad. Damn. I can't never tell nobody about that.
How about that time? Since you want to talk about that, how about that time when he called me at Greensboro? You was like, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen to me, but I'm fucking some chick in the hood, and there's some niggas in front of the house.
I called, since he brought it up.
Oh shit!
There was a girl that I was dating that worked at Taco Bell. That's where she worked. That's what it is. And I met her buying me some tacos in the drive-thru because I always had a nice car and shit. So I was like, yo, look at my car. Why don't you let me smash? And she was like, all right. And then she called me one night and was like, yo, come to my crib. It was like a hotel, but it was not a hotel. It was one of those, like, you got evicted, so you live in a hotel kind of place. Yeah.
Extended days, yeah.
And I went in and I was like, nothing about this is right. Let me call him and say, listen, you about an hour and a half away. If they shoot me, come shoot them. Because that's what I would come shoot them for you. I don't care if you get justice, just shoot. At least shoot her. Shoot her friend. I'm all right if you just shoot a friend. She got to live with the fact that you shot her friend. Didn't I call you and say, yo, I'm in some hotel. I'm 100% going in because this broad got that. It's worth risking my life.
He was on some shit like.
And I was high because I used to chief up, you know. I put stock in White Owl. White Owl owed me a check. Y'all owe me a check.
The reason why I brought up the whole Polight and Young Pharaoh and you know who Dr. Umar is too?
Dr. Umar, baby.
To open up the school and shit.
All the girls, cool
you know he fought. You know he farted on camera. That's so all of these dudes, and this is what I want to say. So all of these street scholars and everything, and it's a fake. And it's crazy because like he knew me when I was into Dr.York. And
full-fledged.
I was.
I need you to read this book.
And he was the guy. He was the friend
I'm not gonna read
that would read the book, right? And the motherfucker, I always
first paragraph.
yo listen, this motherfucker, he didn't tell me that he told me after the fact, like after I stopped following Dr. York, he was like, well, yeah, you know, I kind of thought you was crazy.
I thought you was Tom Cruise in Scientology about to jump on my couch. Did this brother say he from another planet and he can shapeshift and stuff? Why are you making me read this? I got a different level of respect for you, and you telling me this man came here from another planet.
I was dead serious with
And you was so he tried to tell me that this man came from another planet and knew about. I was watching all kind of YouTube videos when pixelation was happening. I was like, they might have been shapeshifters. What's happening? Is shapeshifting a thing? That's my bro. If he's saying this is a thing, I gotta give it some consideration. And then I watched the video and I'm like, that just looked like bad internet.
You know, the funny thing about it is, so all of us at one point in time was in one house. It was me, my first child, the mother of my children, and Pretty Ricky. And
Sleeping on the couch.
Sleeping on the couch.
100. Sleeping on the couch with a blanket and a sheet and a convertible car I couldn't even afford. Fact.
Now, prior to that, I was doing the same thing in Florida, with the exception of the sheet and all of that stuff, because it was warm as shit out there. But for the most part,
Sleeping on the couch. The couch was like this big.
it was a
like a futon.
the futon. That's what it was.
In his living room.
But this is the thing.
I had to be like, when y'all going to sleep? Because I want to go to sleep on the couch.
And then we got in an argument one time. I thought we was gonna get in a fight because he was adamant about
I gotta go to bed.
No, it wasn't that. It was a pepperoni pizza. He wanted that.
I bought a pizza.
He was like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'll burn the incense.
And it's all I could afford was this pepperoni.
And that's all you wanted to eat. I was adamant, like, yo, man, you can't. I don't eat no pork in here, man. But for the most part, I learned this after the fact that he thought I was crazy. And my baby moms thought I was crazy as well, cause she didn't
have conversations like, yo, can you talk to him? I would be like, yo, I'm not gonna say her name, but yo, you fam, like, I'd do anything for you. what do you want me to do? She was like, you gotta talk to him. He's insane. He thinks that homeboy came from another planet. He was full-fledged, yo, doc. So this won't make sense to them. But the living room's here, and then the entrance into the dining room, there's two little kind of shelves.
Yeah.
On both sides was Nuwaubian content.
Yeah.
Because I made some mistakes and had to live in his house because that's what brothers do. You messed up, come stay with me, is how the conversation went. Yo, I don't think I can. Get in your car and drive to my house. Stay with me. Sleep on my couch. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but at least you're out of where you're in, right? Cool. While you're here, there's two shelves full with Nuwaubian stuff. And I read it because he told me to. And I said, hell no. What? Did this brother say he from Planet Risk? Or whatever he just said? Don't he got a case against him?
Yeah, he was in jail.
Didn't he make like babies with babies? Nah. So before you start, and again, I know I'm telling the off-screen stuff. I don't give a fuck. He know me. He shouldn't have put me on camera. I wouldn't have said what I said if he didn't put me on camera. Before you start talking that talk that you talk, understand this man was full-fledged in your community. He tried to turn me, but I had enough fucking sense to say, nah, that brother's from like Mississippi or something. He just smart. That's what it is. Where's he from?
Dr.York. Well, he's not even a doctor.
He's not from New York.
He's from well, they say that his birth certificate states that he's from Boston. That's where he's from. That's what his birth certificate says.
Man is intelligent.
I do want to say this,
that man was 100% a believer.
I was 100% believer, and the reason why
caused friction between us.
Yeah.
How deep his belief was.
I think I was willing to let the reptilians eat Pretty Ricky, because that's what we were believing in, the reptilians at the time. So Pretty Ricky was.
Start talking that.
Pretty Ricky didn't.
That man was 110% a part of your community.
And the reason why he's saying this and is because of the fact that I'm authentic about the stories that I tell, and how I want the youth to not go down that path. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think had I listened to Pretty Ricky, you were indirectly telling me, to kind of question what I was following. I think if I really listened to my peers, Pretty Ricky, the mother of my children, she was saying things like how things weren't right. I think if I listened to them more, I probably would have left a long time ago.
Did you do any videos about this bookstore?
Yeah.
Like recent videos for your brand new subscribers?
No, it's crazy. Now I think I'm gonna have to just like bring those old stories back, because I do have
the W.
Yeah, the W and all of that, and the crackhead, Nuwaubian, and
how? Well, we used to get our hair braided. By the way, I used to have cornrows.
Oh yeah,
cause he had cornrows. Yeah. I was like, yo, your cornrows look dope. I'm gonna get cornrows.
But you had cornrows before that, before I met you.
Yeah, but not like where we used to go.
Yeah.
Even though her boyfriend didn't like it. But again, that man was 110. He put me on the Polight. I didn't even know. First of all, I didn't even know Polight existed on the planet Earth. I would have never known Polight existed on the planet Earth. He actually thought Polight was spitting some truth. He believed that, hey, this guy might be different. And then I listened to him and I was like, oh shit, he might be different. And then he won't have sex with babies. Just like his daddy. Or what my man called him, his zaddy. He want to have sex with little babies, and he manipulated all these women because he's a pedophile or whoever did what they did.
Why doesn't Hassan talk a lot about that? Being that he was.
Look it. Hassan started off on the right path, but like everybody else, he let corporate America turn him out. He started off, in my opinion, he wanted to get payback to, what's homeboy's name? Africa Bambaataa, right? We know that dude's got a history of molesting teenage boys. That's his thing. Like Mr. C, like many other men, that's what you do, that's what you do. Mr. C admitted the shit, right? So, cool, that's what you do, that's what you do.
I don't mean to cut you, but did you see when he was on...
With Mano?
Yeah, he was talking about high society.
Oh, I get fellatio. So do I. But I get it from a dude, not I. I like it from a chick. You like it from a dude. That's cool. Listen, I've actually got it past... I used to be the most homophobic person on the planet. I've gotten past that. I don't care what you do and who you do it with in your privacy. In your bedroom,
that's your business.
Knock yourself out. I don't care. What Polight did is molest a 15-year-old girl. A 15-year-old girl, my personal opinion, you could disagree. You're not an adult until 25, 26. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what your major is. You don't know nothing about nothing that got nothing to do with nothing. 15-year-old girl is most certainly not an adult. This ain't 1912. A 15-year-old girl does not know what you're doing. And you are grimy about it. You talked her mom into it. So you made her mom complicit. Like, that's grimy. And all that was planned out because that's what your zaddy taught you. Your zaddy taught you make the parent complicit. Like R. Kelly. What's the Jocelyn? Jocelyn's parents are infamous as much as she is because I believe, and I know the comments will tell me if I'm wrong, she's the one who her parent brought her to an R. Kelly concert, and then she went backstage and he got a number and he was talking to her via text. And then basically the parents never saw her again after the R. Kelly concert, right? Well, you made the parents complicit. Dr.York taught Polight. What's his real name, by the way?
Michael Noah.
Who?
Michael Noah.
Say it again on the mic.
Michael Noah. They know his first name and last name.
Michael manipulated that 15-year-old girl and her mother because then he can then turn around and tell his attorneys, well, her mom gave me permission to take her. So the fact that she was drugged, they found drugs in her system and semen here, well, her mom is complicit. So let's get this settled. Let's pay them some money because you know I've been scamming people for real estate and building these, what were they building? The fucking cargo trailers that never actually existed. So that's how I'm able to afford this i4 BMW that I rent and these white girls. I'm gonna give them some of that. And usually money makes lawsuits go away. And Polight will probably be able to avoid jail time by a settlement But that man's a child molester.
So we say this in order to educate the youth, because
watch who you follow.
Well, not even watch
research.
Not even watch who you follow. Stop following fucking people.
Follow you.
That's the fact. Yeah, follow yourself. You know, Pretty Ricky and I, we are the same, but you know, our careers differ. You know, I'm more of the entrepreneur. Yeah, we make our money differently. You know, I'm more of an entrepreneur. I have that entrepreneur spirit, whereas Pretty Ricky, you know, he's corporate. You know, and both of us root for one another. You know, both of us want one another to be successful. So it's like you're getting two different worlds. We're the same, but it's kind of like two different worlds.
Take a different approach.
Different approach.
Get to the same freaking result.
Exactly. Or finish line. You know, so it's like I'm glad that he's here to talk to you all so you can get where he's coming from, because you know, a lot of times, you know, you hear from me and this is my perspective, but it's also good to get someone else's perspective. You know, so I mean, for the most part, like, he's always been the type of person to be a leader, you know, and even though I'm older than him, I've been schooled by him to.
You can't tell him.
Here you go.
Look at him. I'm all grayed out.
But I've been.
It look like he's like 22.
I've been schooled by him, you know what I'm saying, to actually be more dependent on myself, you know what I'm saying? And once I did that, exactly. Once I did that, you know, once I walked away from your Polights, your Dr. Umars, your Young Pharaohs, your Dr.Malachi z.Yorks, you know, and I started to focus on myself, that's when I saw my life taking a turn and me becoming a little bit more successful than I was prior to dealing with those people, you know. Pretty Ricky, on the other hand, he's always been the type of person to just rely on himself. So this is new to me, you know, but it's nothing new to him. He's always been a leader. He's never been the type of person to follow, at least like how. Well, no, I'm saying in the aspect of, I think to a certain extent we've always
been kind of dependent on.
Yeah, you know, but for the most part, you know, like overall, you know, every now and then we tend to follow people, you know, especially like when you're younger, you deal with peer pressure. You want to be in the in crowd, be cool and everything else. And as far as dealing with your life, it's kind of different from mine, because you always had this type of, to my understanding, you always had this type of leadership role. You took leadership role in your life. Whereas with me, I was out there trying to find an identity and find who I was or who I am. That's what led me to the conscious community, you know. And what Dr.York does is he reels you in. He's a predator. He reels you in and he makes you think that you're truly your journey is within. But the reality of it is the journey is all about you making money for him, you know. So it's wise to take that shortcut and say, hey, fuck all of these people and what they saying. You know, let me make my own mistakes. Let me go through what I need to go through in order to get a profound understanding in my life as an individual. You see what I'm saying? Because leaders, you know, are ones who lead themselves.
Leaders lead.
Here you go.
Leaders lead, followers follow.
Yep.